And thanks for choosing us to keep you company this morning. Welcome to the program TVC Breakfast. My name is Etoma Edu.
Well, top of the morning, Nigeria, welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you join us on this table. And today, there's definitely a lot to talk about. The name is Ria Abdul.
It's another day for us to bring you all the information that you deserve to hear. I'm Ibrahim Shita.
What a hot start week with all that is taking place in the airport. More details as we open the floor for you this day, Tuesday breakfast on TVC. My name is Nelson Etta. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. You know, I love the fact that we are all ready. Everybody is ready for these conversations.
I mean, our swords is out of the sheet, you know.
You know, but like he rightfully said, there's a lot to talk about on the table this morning. You know, we'll still do Abuja, we'll have our banter, we have a very important interview that we'll have later on the show. And also, don't forget, we bring you everything that trends on social media. We get to chop it on this table. So we're able-bodied and we're ready for today. But let's start with a story that is trending all over social media. Now, the airline operators of Nigeria has imposed a non-fly ban on a passenger, Comfort Emmanson, for allegedly assaulting a cabin crew of Ibom Air. Now, the association spokesperson, Obiara Okonkwo, says the ban on Ms. Emmanson from flying with any AON member, either domestically or internationally, for life takes immediate effect. Now, he also says that anyone who exhibited such behavior going forward will suffer a similar consequence. Now, part of the statement states, and I quote, "This was not just disruptive, it was a sustained violent attack that placed the lives of crew, passengers, and the integrity of the aircraft itself at risk. This behavior is unacceptable." End of quote. Now, Comfort Emmanson was charged to court and remanded at the Kirikiri Correctional Centre in Lagos. Now, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria says the increasing frequency of unruly behavior by some passengers at the airport is unacceptable within the framework of civil aviation and will not be tolerated. Now, FAN has advised passengers to acquaint themselves with the passenger rights and responsibility and airline obligations as published by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority and their bylaws. Meanwhile, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has condemned the public release of the incident, the video footage following a passenger, Comfort Emmanson, on board an Ibom Air flight. In a statement, Mr. Keyamo described the action as totally unacceptable and directed the staff member responsible for leaking the sensitive clip be identified and sanctioned. While acknowledging the footage was organically recorded as evidence to prosecute the passengers' unruly conduct, the minister criticized the circulation of portions showing indecent exposure, saying it amounted to debasing womanhood. This conversation has been trending on social media, you know, and it's been going back and forth, different reactions. Like, everybody has what they think about it. Yeah. You know, a lot of people have spoken this morning. You know, Festus Keyamo has spoken. We've seen a lot of people speak about it. But I'll start with you, Etoma. A lot of people are now comparing it to what happened with Kwam-1. Some people are saying, no, you can't compare it. There are different things. You know, we didn't see Kwam-1 destroying the airplane. We didn't see Kwam-1, you know, trying to hit an air hostess or even hit an air hostess. So why did he get that treatment and why is she getting the treatment that she got? But people forget that in the video, we saw this particular girl, you know, trying to tear down the curtain, trying to pick up a fire extinguisher as well. A lot of things went down in that video. Now, the question is, are we trying to support the unruly behavior just because she has been remanded and the other person was not? Are we putting the two circumstances together that are similarly not alike?
They are similar in the sense that both of them happened in airports, both of them disrupted flight schedule, both of them delayed passengers' flight schedule, and both of them posed safety risks to passengers. Now, maybe if Comfort was Kwam-1's age, she wouldn't have done all the physical things she did, you know, and maybe if Kwam-1 was Comfort's age, he would have done all the physical things that Comfort did, you know. And for me, both of them are altercations against FAN
But what you say the
Altercations.
degree is different?
Sorry?
The degree of altercations are different.
Yes, what about the age of the people that did the altercation? We have to take that into consideration. And we also have to take into consideration the popularity of the people that are involved. One is a role model, the other one is basically unknown.
Yeah.
You know, so no matter how angry you are as a role model, as a celebrity at a point, something hits your brain and says, look, man, this might be messing up your image. That's right. You know, and that to a far extent will calm you down a little bit. So for me, Toma, both situations are similar. All right? And for Comfort Emmanson, what she did is not something that comes out of sudden anger. It's not something that comes out of just bad behavior. Is sustained. Is something she has had her way all her life. So it goes down to bad parenting. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It goes down to bad parenting. She would have been a beacon that shines the name of her family in positive light. But this is the way she's done it. Now she has a lifetime fly ban. Okay. So
But,
she has
you know,
to
I'll
use...
come to you, Ibrahim. People argue that whatever had happened during the flight, you know, she should have waited, you know, till they land, then go and you report to authorities. Because in the estimate, people are saying that, oh, she was triggered by the air hostess. But people are saying, even if you were triggered, you know, Ibrahim, if you were triggered, you won't act like that. Why don't you wait when you land, you go to Ibom Air and say, this is what has happened, rather than behave like that?
Well, if you look at it, the dramatic person involved in this incident is quite huge. He tied back to the issue of Kwam 1, which yesterday we saw the comments, you know, saying
Kwam
maybe
2.
this is a Kwam 2 kind of a thing. Nelson was even playing this one, saying Kwam 3.
No, we don't want
whatever
Kwam 3.
it is, whatever it is that he's doing. But
Yeah.
come to think of it, I don't think, regardless of what happened, you shouldn't have gone, you know, assaulting, whether it's the air hostess being assaulted or she's the one assaulting the passenger. As we said yesterday, it's something that we expect that people like that should, you know, conduct themselves when it comes to public meeting people you've never met before.
Yeah.
It goes to show that there is tension around the airlines.
Yeah.
Because we have not even finished, you know, having conversation on that of Kwam 1 before this lady happened.
Yeah.
And there is another story of people blocking, you know, some people protesting,
Yeah.
blocking the airport.
Yeah.
Something is happening around the airport. There's tension, probably in the country that is now getting to the airport, we're now getting to see. But one thing that I found very abhorrent and insanely obscene was the fact that, yes, it was good that you were documenting what was happening, and then you filmed the lady, probably give it to the investigators or the authorities, but for you to release such video of the lady, you could have just cut that part.
Yeah.
You understand? So, but for you to release it is insanely obscene, and that should not be should not be left unattended to. Such person must be sanctioned. In fact, vis-a-vis the airlines, because why would you do something like that? Is it to shame the lady, or is it because you know some people may not even realize what is happening because we handle anger differently. So we shouldn't go that overboard. But I understand the fact that some find it difficult to turn off their airplane mode. Why? It's just for few seconds because there is this electromagnetic thing that the phone emits, and it can interfere with the signals, radar signal for the airport. So that is a problem that we need to resolve.
But let me come to you, Nelson, quickly. Yes. We're talking about double standards now on social media. We're seeing a lot of people comparing it. At the end of the day, you know, Peter B also spoke as well. Do you think that this is double standards, or the both of them got, you know, justice for what they did, or you think that it's a double standard?
Well, I think the government, you know, has looked at the way the matter, you know, either ways and decided the kind of sanctions that either of them deserve. I know the public opinion is that, you know, Kwam 1 should also be put in jail, just like Emmanson has been thrown into jail as well. Well, I don't know, but frankly speaking, something is really going on with our mental state in this country.
I agree.
Because I can't imagine that if you went into an aircraft and if you were told to put your foot, which is normal, it's announced every other day. If you had to still do something, there's a polite way of saying it, so that it doesn't emanate to what we've seen now. Now, Emmanson has been emanated into a prison cell. This should not be the case.
Exactly.
We can't allow this to continue to happen in the country. It doesn't look good on us at all. The whole world is watching us. What is going on in Nigeria?
Definitely.
I mean, can't we talk to each other politely any longer?
Definitely it doesn't look good, but we'll still talk more about this, you know, in the newspaper review. But all I'll say is that, you know, it could have been handled better, especially from her. But we'll take a breather now, and when we return, it will be time for the newspaper review. Don't go anywhere. This is TVC Breakfast.